afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to the Cloister of the Dice. It is time for us to turn once again to the world of Ogre Gate, so prepare yourselves for some excellent action. Of course, I'm your MC. Behind the scenes, I'm John, and I'm joined once again by our DM, Mildred the Monk, and our players, Lady K, Nefador, Fral, and Stellar Shiva. We're missing one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh, she won't be here today?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, we'll just work with what we've got. But once again, folks, how are we doing today?
You're doing good. I ended up pulling a bit of work before coming in today for this. Because a bit of things happened, so I had to reschedule an interview at the last minute. That was the one that got posted earlier this morning.
Workaholic.
Yeah, stop making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah, some of you do a bang-up job of that yourselves. But
I resemble that remark.
I should hope so. But and of course, I'm gonna be continuing that later today. But as mentioned, we are back at it. As a bit of an aside, whenever I post the thing, I don't know why it keeps showing the subtitle as the first Fireside one that I haven't done for at least a week. But it has been a very eventful last few days. That was well timed.
A little weak on the delivery, but not bad.
No, that's only because she was muted. I just picked up on my mic. It was so loud.
Mm-hmm.
She's turning red in embarrassment right now.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
That one snuck up on me out of nowhere. Holy crap. That's what I get for shoveling food down my mouth too fast.
It could have been worse. You could have gotten hiccups.
Yes.
But it's been an eventful week. I mentioned this earlier on my socials, but I am getting very close to hitting 1,000 interviews total. I'll probably end up hitting that by the end of February. At the rate things are going. Only took me 5 years and change to get to that point. But there's also been a few developments behind the scenes that may result in me having to make some changes come March, but that's not set in stone quite yet. That being said, we are going to be back at it, of course. I just had a small bit of housekeeping that I had to get out of my system, and while it is unfortunate that we're one person short, we will be making the best of it. And I am very tempted to make a short joke, but I'm going to hold myself back.
I appreciate that.
Some of us can't rise to the occasion on those jokes.
See, now, if Neff does it, I've got no control over that.
I just needs to cut down a little bit on it.
John Robert.
Like I said, I wasn't going to do it. Other people, another story.
Oh, I understand completely.
Then you also understand that I take no responsibility for what happens afterwards.
I hope they know that.
I don't make these jokes. I make these jokes fully understanding the consequences of my actions. It's still worth it.
The problem with short jokes is most of the time they just go right over their heads.
Anyway, before before I end up watching a before I end up watching someone prepare to commit a hate crime.
No, double murder. Get it right.
Xenophobia! Xenophobia!
Oh no, you can't claim
Oh.
xenophobia because I'll be killing my husband right alongside you, sir.
But
Husbandicide.
it's not even a word.
It is now.
Last time you guys were involved in these shenanigans, you had uncovered that there was a bit more aggressive moves of distributing celestial plume in some cities, which as well as your run-in with some of the people of the Temple Hill gang and the Henshi Temple. And coming back, upon delivering that news, you found out that Lady 87 had decided to make her move and annex the Temple Hill gang. Though she has not attempted to annex anybody closer to Mount Down like the Celestial Heart sect. And as a reward, I suppose, Heilu was given the title of Sister 47. Which, on one hand, puts her above the magistrates in the 87 killers. On the downside, in the grand scheme of the ranking system of that family, she's still on the low end.
Yeah. Still moving on up, moving on up.
But so with that said, as dawn breaks in Daoshu Village, where did you guys plan on heading to next?
Let's see. She's headquarters is pretty much right up the road in Daguan, right?
Yeah. And that's in the same hex. What were you thinking of reporting to her?
I don't think we have anything to report as of yet, considering everything I covered in my last letter to her.
Best not to bug her unless we have something actually worth bringing to her attention directly.
I mean, I technically do have something I could give to her. But we might need it later.
Yeah. Of course, I will. And obviously, I forgot to mention there was that whole thing about someone possibly having the wind saber, but it turned out to be a fake.
Yeah.
And thank goodness it was a fake. Otherwise, that would have caused a lot of problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But with that said, I'd like one of you to ping the hex that you guys plan on moving towards, since there's a lot of hex to go around.
Let's see. So I'm not pinging which one we're going to, but we have been to this hex. We've been to that one. We've been to that one, and we've been to this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one we're currently in. So
Yep.
we could either go here, here, or here.
What about Boulder Hill down in the south?
Take us a little while to get there because we gotta go through 2 hexes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about the hexagon grid. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what are
yeah.
you talking about?
No worries. That's why she pointed out the ones we can go to.
Or
Well, yeah, I
or
didn't-
Work
We,
our
we
way down.
we could make our way down there. Was there anything waiting for us in Boulder Hill? I can't remember.
Nothing that I directly outlined, but that's the thing about hex crawls. Uh, it is a sandbox.
All right. And the rival school to the one that was faking the wind saber, they're in Tungon, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we make our way down towards Boulder Hill, or should we head up to Tungon?
I think tongue on, to
I
be
think-
honest.
Actually, I disagree, only because that's been dealt with, and I'm pretty sure every school's gonna be ganging up on them anyway. That's gonna be walking right into a fire zone.
Wait, getting into a fight? I thought you'd be all up for that.
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. What are you talking about? No, I think we need to continue our investigation at Celestial Plume, and that would put us right near their territory.
All right. So, move the map down a little ways. Yeah, Boulder Hill is just outside the 87 Killers territory. So,
No, it's in the
No,
territory, but
it's
it's right
not.
next door.
this red line here is.
Oh yeah, I see your point. Okay, you're right. Still, because it is right next to Celestial Plume Master's territory, there's a good chance there's probably some things going on down there. We should probably investigate.
Yeah. So, we could probably take the river down here to this hex.
That's what I'm thinking.
Alright. So since we're going that way,
Take me to the river.
I'm sorry, that reminds me of Big Mouth Billy Bass from back in the day.
Exactly. Exactly.
okay. I need one of you to roll survival.
I'll roll it.
Travel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I never specified which one I took. Oops.
Yeah, I'll roll. 7.
All right. And now that requires me to roll on a particular table.
Uh-oh.
Time for encounters. Uh-oh.
For Monk to get a banhammer.
I only get up the banhammer when I'm dealing with bots. But
Does John count as a bot?
No. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I just had a joke run through my mind, and it's nope. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Gonna take the nope train to fuck that Vel.
Do it. Give
But-
in to the dark side.
I'll tell you guys when we go to break. How's that?
Okay.
okay. But there, as far as encounters, you are technically correct. On the plus side, you're not dealing with moon bears or anything like that.
Yeah, I
On
barely
the-
survived that.
Literally.
I struggled.
No, instead you guys are dealing with a couple Zen birds. If the
Bird is the word.
So only 15 minutes in, and what time is it?
Hold on. Not yet. Not yet.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, prepare your weapons because it's combat time!
There. I just had to make sure my mic was muted first.
Not even that loud. What the hell?
Bear in mind, I hear it twice.
So do I,
Oh. Mhm.
because there's an
But
echo.
Yeah, sorry.
as you can see, we've got 2 Zen birds. So let me open up the turn order thing and clear this out. So as far as initiative goes, everyone roll speed.
Six.
8.
10!
So if I have a 2 in speed, that means I roll 2 die, right?
Yeah.
Kill 2.
Oh, really?
Ah!
Ooh!
Ouch.
Oofa!
The dice gods show no mercy.
Amen.
Amen.
Because I
Alright,
tried to ban
so-
Monk. Is this because I tried to...
Okay, 6 and 2 and 8. I keep telling people the dice gods do not play favorites, but nobody listens.
No, I think that's false. I think they favor the GM.
No.
No, he's had some really shit rolls as the GM.
Yes.
He's
Alright, and
had
now
more
for
whiffs than I can count.
I don't know. I think I might be running for whiffs against him, especially for Sword World.
Yes, I will agree to that.
Ooh.
Ouch. Them some fast birds.
So let's see, 7 and 10. And when it comes to 10s, first round with 10s, 2 actions. And Joey, what's your speed at?
2.
They're going first. The Zendra that got 10 is going first because he's got a speed of 3.
Damn bird.
That's a fast bird.
Hmm.
So who feels like chicken tonight?
I do.
And it is going to, and as far as its first move, it is going to be going against your parry, because it's going to be trying to get at you with its claws. So does a 5 beat your parry?
Wait, it's going after me?
Yeah.
No, it does not beat my 6 parry with my blades.
All right. That is action 1. And for the second action, he's going to try and go after Leng Yao. Are you going to counter?
Hold on, let me counter list.
Bad bird.
Bad dog, no biscuit.
No, bad bird, no seed.
Bad bird, your dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for Dip of the Drunken Snake.
Alrighty then.
Well, at least we know he's already drunk.
I didn't take him for a day drinker.
So going to roll again, and you have to roll athletics and beat what I rolled. So you've got to beat a 3.
I'm pretty sure I got a good chance at this. All right, let's see.
You say that, but the dice gods
8.
are on your side today.
For this roll,
Nice
at
save.
least.
All right, so as it tries to swipe at you with its claws, you end up bending back like a very tall limbo.
Real quick, what's its key level?
Doesn't have it.
Oh, doesn't have any. Okay, cool. Just double checking. And that means I get to do a mundane strike against it.
Yep. If it hits, you add a damage bonus based on Waija, which I believe in your case is 1.
Yeah. So let me just. So what would it be? Arm strike?
It can be it doesn't have to be unarmed. It can be with your weapon.
Okay, cool. So. Woohoo! 10, baby.
Okay, since you got a 10, when doing damage, you're rolling 2 extra dice instead of just the 1 from this.
All right, so I can roll skill 2. Take another 9.
Hang on a second. You have the damage spear thing in roll 20 for you.
Yeah, I know. I did that. That was my first roll. That's how I got the 10. And then I rolled the 2 extra dice, so that's a skill 2.
All right. But it doesn't matter because that's still 1 damage, which is enough to take out one of the birds. So as it swings and you bend back, you just lunge forward to get it right under the right on the underside of the neck.
You foolish bird. How do you compare against the dancing phoenix?
So that one's taken out. So Zhao Wei, now it's your turn.
Well, since I have 2 attacks, let's have a little fun and go after the last bird and with 2 fierce strikes.
All right.
I'd say that one hits.
Yeah. Roll damage. Make sure to add an additional 1.
Actually, I think it's 2 with this, with fierce strikes, especially when I get a 10.
Yes, it is.
Eight.
And how do you want to do it? Getting taken out.
Decapitation! I'm preparing this bird for dinner. Quite literally.
Be grilling tonight.
So, as far as salvaging what's left, roll survival.
I'd say I do a pretty good job of preparing the bird.
Yep. So you have that for rations if need be, but there's one thing that you notice, and especially Halu would notice this. Uh, the beak and claws of a Zen bird are poisonous.
Well, technically, I probably know something like that too, considering which faction I'm with, or was with, should I say?
Yeah. And in fact, regarding whether or not you do know what sort of poison is involved, that is going
Medicine
to be a medicine, because this is still harmacism.
8.
Right. Yeah. You know that this is a poison not worth messed with, because every few seconds after you're exposed, the body starts to deal with violent tremors and mental fatigue, and it is a very powerful potion. It is a very powerful poison and a very lethal poison. It tends to kill in a few hours if not given a proper antidote.
Is this something that these birds have naturally, or is this something that somebody added to these birds?
This is something natural.
Damn.
But
Any chance I can secure some of it?
yeah, that is going to be a medicine roll. You need to beat a 7.
I did not.
Nope.
Anyone else want to volunteer?
What are we rolling? Medicine?
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be skill 0, right?
I got a 5.
That's a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
So you're
That
not
was worth a
you,
shot.
you won't be able to extract it on the spot here, but the next time you guys get into a city, you might be able to extract it, or just hand it off to an apothecary.
Halu walks over to the birds. I think I'm going to hold on to the beaks and the talons, if you guys don't mind.
It
But-
makes little difference to me.
I say save some for me.
All right, you pay for half the distillation. We split the poison 2 ways.
Agreed.
All right then. All right, I'll carry the talons, you carry the beaks, and she proceeds to help him wrap them up so that way nothing gets contaminated.
Mm-hmm. But eventually, you guys do come to the crossroad end of the river, where it ends up meeting the bigger one you see going north to south. Well, north to south-ish. I don't want to fuss about the details on that. And of course, I'm guessing you guys are still heading southward towards Mai Kun.
Yes.
All right. That being the case, I need to make one more 2d10 roll.
Bless you. Salute.
Thank you. You do, and in your journey southward, you do end up passing by a group of local heroes, but they don't seem to recognize you. And it's not a making a scene kind of passing by, just more of you happen to spot some martial heroes in the area. But eventually, you guys do arrive at my kun. Please, no one add a T in there. I hear that. I've heard that joke already.
Yeah, I was hearing it, but I wasn't saying it.
But my kun is a very large city. You would guess probably around 60,000 people. And while the city is technically under the domain of a magistrate, in reality, you know this as a city that Lady 87 has a lot of grip on.
Alright. Halo is going to pretty much she's gonna make a beeline for the nearest apothecary that has the skill to handle the Zenbird's beacon talons.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing.
And
Yep.
then she's going to make a beeline for the red light district to start gathering info.
All right.
And that's where we split off.
And given that you do, it doesn't take long to find somebody to at least make a few potions. So roll 1d10, just straight 1d10.
Alright. Eight.
Oh, that's so many vials of the poison you now have.
Alright, and I'm splitting that with Neff. So, Neff, you got 4 vials of Zenbird poison.
Mm-hmm. And of course, when doing this, first off, the apothecary in question has the attitude of they are very, very cautious about handling this stuff, because all it takes is fortunately it requires it's not a poison that's virulent enough where contact with the skin is enough. It would actually need to get into the bloodstream, but when you're dealing with something that could kill in a matter of hours and could make someone vomit themselves to death, you don't want to take any chances.
That is a very fair assessment.
How much are we paying the apothecary?
I would say you're paying 100 taels. Not 100 spades. Sorry.
All right, so I'll take out 50 spades. You take out 50 spades.
Done.
All right. Alrighty.
And I believe when it came to heading to the red light district or the equivalent of it, this one's a bit more of a lively one than some of the other ones, mostly because being close to a major river like this, Maikun is a significant trading port.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the Maikun River, which feeds right into the Fei River, which is the biggest river in this prefecture.
Yeah.
But for what particular reason were you going to be heading to that area? Just to ply your trade or something else?
To gather intel on Celestial Plume and if there's any dealers in the city.
And For a bit of reference, and I'm going to send this. I'm going to put this in the chat we have for this campaign. This is a little map of my Kun, just so you can get a feel for how big the city is.
Alright. Hold on, because I can't pull that up on the computer.
But you can kind of see this is a big place.
Aye, that it is.
But the one thing you do know is that while there have been rumors of some bits of celestial plume showing up in these slums or sometime, but it is highly discouraged, and the last person who tried openly selling it does not have fingers anymore.
Plus, he still has his life. Alright, I approach one of the madams, and I ask if anyone's been not playing nice with her girls.
There hasn't been any case like that, mostly because, and she points to a part of the map, and specifically a fact that there is a walled section of the city where the Guan family resides. The Guan family is usually like the first handful of members of the 87 killers.
Gotcha. So security's really tight around here.
That, and if somebody was messing around with any kind of merch in her presence, well, you can imagine what would happen if either Lady 87 or any member of the Guam family gets pissed off.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Alrighty. I then ask if there's been any gossip that has turned her ear by chance.
I did hear that Lady 87 has been making moves towards the north.
Alright, so that's information I already know. Alrighty. But I don't say that out loud, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything happening in the city that might be of interest? Because let's face it, the madams are on the ear of all the gossip, as are the barkeeps and tavern keeps.
Well, it's just a rumor, but I've over in the Shillong district, up to the north, closer to within Yaoguai Forest. There's a very popular inn called the Vermilion Bird. I've heard the proprietress has been trying to hire out martial heroes of all sorts to find her son, and she's willing to offer quite a bit of coin to anyone who finds him.
Is that so? Alright. Is there any way I can be of assistance here for the afternoon then? In recompense for your time, of course, madam.
Well, there are the more interesting clients.
Interesting as in how?
some people seem to enjoy punishment in a way that I am not talented enough to account for.
Hey Lou pats her hip where her cat of nine is sitting. I believe I've got us covered on that front, madam.
Well, if you'll work for me for the night, I will have you compensated.
Of course. Just make sure waivers are signed that I'm not liable for any bruises or scratches or scorned lovers.
That's already accounted for. And she points to the fact that there's a couple guards who are basically there to deal with matters if things get out of hand.
All right.
And if you look in the distance, you can see one of them picking up what looks like somebody's angry spouse and giving them the heave-ho.
Oof. Very nice. Okay. I'll have to remember this establishment the next time I come back this way.
But
All right. So, Yin Yao's is not Yin Yao. Halu's gonna be busy for the rest of the evening.
mhm.
Yeah.
In the
Show-
meantime, you guys do find that there's been a few wanted posters put up, but once again, but unfortunately, your names were misspelled on them.
If it means they're gonna keep them off our back for a little while longer, I'm not gonna complain.
Mhm.
Shunghua is gonna go to the nearest major inn
Mhm.
and see if she can overhear any interesting rumors or anything about Celestial Plume.
There's not the main thing that you get out of it is that apparently there's been a decree for the longest time that Celestial Bloom is banned in the city,
Gotcha.
and anyone who's caught possessing it or dealing it is harshly punished. You know,
Gotcha.
floggings, dismemberment, keel hauling.
Nah, just because it's illegal doesn't mean people aren't doing it. Just means they're being more careful about it.
Indeed.
The occasional beheading, and every once in a while, a few associates of the 87 Killers go into the slums to do raids.
So they're keeping the city clean.
Well, like I said, they're right next to each other. They're right next to the Master's territory, so they're probably keeping a very close eye to make sure it's not getting through there. But again, doesn't mean people aren't sneaking through the cracks. It just means that the dumb ones are being more easier to spot.
Yeah, I'm going. Do I need to roll to perform at the inn?
No.
Okay, I perform my flute
Mhm.
for the night.
And I believe the plan you all had was to head towards Boulder Hill. All right. So as the next day comes along, you guys do pack up and head south. So that'd be an on foot thing. So roll survival. All right, that's a 4. So that means I got to roll twice. So you guys are getting two potential events.
Oh boy.
Lord.
And the first one is, as you guys do your traveling, you do come across a few traveling merchants, and let me see what. Uh, the main thing you hear is that in Eastern Fanshu, there's something. Not in Eastern Fanshu, something in the West. It is hidden that's of great importance. Uh, along with some other folk bringing up that same rumor that Halu had heard earlier, that uh, the proprietress of the Vermilion Bird Tea House is looking for her son.
Where on the map would the Vermilion Bird Tea House be?
Way up in Yaoguai Forest in the north.
Oh, it's all the way up there. Shit.
Yeah, no, we're not getting to that anytime soon.
As far as the second event, it's
And while we're traveling,
Mhm.
Halu's going to come up next to Zhao Wei. I wasn't aware you were into poisons.
I always keep my options open.
Next town we come to, I should get some for my fan.
Yeah, well, if you need a,
Yep.
if you need any help deciding on which one, just let me know.
Certainly, thank you.
I mean, if there's anything the Purple Cavern sect knows, it's poison, so.
but
You know, where did you learn about poison, Zhao Wei?
I'm a scholar. I learned about them by reading.
But how to handle them, that comes from practical experience.
Well, as you saw with the apothecary, he learned from reading and handling.
It's like any good talent. You start off and you end up being terrible at it. But over time and hard work, start small, and eventually you build yourself up.
Lord knows I wasn't very good with the flute when I started.
You know, fair enough. If only that extended your talents in the bedroom, like, yeah.
And how would you know? You haven't tried it.
The same for you.
Except I'm willing to do so. You seem to be holding back.
Not that I'm holding back, I have standards.
Would I meet your standards?
Quite possibly.
She smiles.
but as you guys do go through this, you end up hearing a bit of a shout as would look like some very well muscled individuals dressed in um, dressed in formal robes start to attempt to ambush you. And let's see how many I need to break out. Oh,
Ah, fuck.
Ouch.
That's not good.
let's see. 1,
That's okay, I can even up the numbers.
2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm just going to do a copy pasta because I don't feel like adjusting the size for each individual one. You do hear them shout. You do hear them shouting at you about something, but but unless any of you have unless any of you can have fluency in the Banyan language, you're not going to understand them.
Nope. Nah, I'm out.
Listen, I only speak 2 languages here: English and bad English. Or in this case, Chinese and bad Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull a Hail Mary, monk? I'm kidding.
I mean, you can.
No, seriously, you're gonna let me do a Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done as a skill 0, but hey.
Okay, I'll do a Hail Mary to understand what they're saying. Oh, no.
You got this.
Good doing.
Okay.
I've gotten lucky at a skill 0 before.
Well, you rolled a 6.
You understand that they're pointing at they're pointing at Zhao Wei and keep saying scholar.
Apparently, they don't like books.
You can understand the terms scholar and catch.
Oh dear.
They must want him for something. Well, we certainly can't have that now, can we?
They want to catch him for something.
They're going to have a hard time.
Alright, everybody
Yep.
stand back. Yin Yao reaches into her bag and brushes her hand across the plum lacquer box and says the numbers 1 through 9.
Oh shit.
You're bringing out all of them?
No, there's 15. I'm bringing out 9.
Okay.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
Oh my god.
So that means, and fuck me, it's doing this again.
I don't think you needed to bring out all 9.
I'm going for intimidation.
Give me a moment because the token part didn't show up. So fucking roll through. Okay, now it should show up. So let me. So it's almost like you. They end up going, "You and what army?" And Yinyo is like, "This one." As she opens the box, and 9 Yaksha demons come out.
Like I said, I'm going for intimidation here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Yaksha can understand me if I'm speaking Yanzi, correct?
Yes.
Good, because that's what I'm going to be speaking in, so that way no one hears what... Because I doubt anybody else here can speak it.
Mm-hmm. And more importantly, you have the box.
Exactly.
Well, I guess this is an example of the pen is mightier than the sword, or in this case, the box.
Pretty much. But
I
one
am
of them
Pandora, and
is,
this is my box.
yeah, one of them is one of them seems to speak and points out the demons, and it seems that they're now it's now focusing on them.
Yaksha, defensive stance.
Hmm. But they are not backing down. It seems that the one in the back here is trying to do some sort of ritual, which, if you want to try and determine what it is, you can
Religion.
roll for that. Yep.
And that's going to be mastery, correct? No, that's
Yeah.
No, I don't have mastery on ritual. I don't think.
Mhm.
It's medium melee I've got mastery on.
Yep.
So skill 3. 9.
Yeah, you notice that it's a binding ritual.
You trying to steal one of your demons?
That's not gonna work.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Lou.
especially if they're dead.
Halu puts the box away stealthily and pulls her whip out. I am going to use... Let's see, which one is it? Which one was it? Let's see. I'm going to use Lash of the Tiger's Claw to reach him in the back. And wrap my whip around his neck.
All right. Let me. Okay, roll medium melee.
Wait, did we roll for turn?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm getting ready to start the combat, though.
Okay.
5. I'm not trying to do
Alright,
damage yet. I'm just trying to silence him.
All right, 5 versus. Oh, that hits. It's a parry of 3. So you end up grabbing him right as he's in the middle of doing the binding ritual.
I give a hard tug on the whip to draw him out from the back, and I caress his cheek once he's in close. That's not gonna work, sweetheart. These demons are mine.
And as that is happening, I'm going to be keeping the initiative that you guys had previously for the sake of expediency, because this is not going to be a very long encounter. I guarantee you that.
Okay, I don't get a turn then. I don't get a turn.
No, I think we're all getting...
There's enough of them here that I think we'll all get a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of us whips.
Especially given Yaksha demons have a speed of 8d10.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go before any of us. Except me.
Bear in mind,
Actually, no, they'll go before me.
I've only got them in a defensive stance right now. They're not going to attack unless they are attacked.
Mhm.
Shit!
Jesus.
That's one. He's going first. Or if you're rolling for all of them, then they're all going first.
3 of them are
Pretty
going
much.
first.
This is roll.
No, there's only 8 dice there.
Yeah, 'cause
that's their speed.
Oh.
But he's rolling for all of them. Roll like 8 to 10 every single time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Mhm. I mean, I figured the fact that they have 6 wounds should have been a dead giveaway for what you're dealing with there. But as far as the Zune and the Demon Master, and I'm rolling them as a collective as well. So that's a 4, and for the Zune Demon Master, that is they've got a speed of 0, and somehow end up getting an 8.
Yeah, I'm still going before him.
So this means that Zhao Wei, you're going first. I'm not giving you a second action this time.
Aww. Okay, I'll just do a biting blade on. Guy in front and middle.
All right. Roll as appropriate. Okay, 10.
Decapitation!
Oh my god!
All right. So you need to roll against. Then you're gonna need to roll against hardiness. And remember, add an additional 1.
Still only get 6.
That's still enough.
Decapitation!
Let's see, and now for the Demon Master.
I believe we're calling. We're saying that around these parts, heads are gonna roll.
Actually, I go before the Demon Master because I have the faster speed. He's got
Fair.
a speed of 0.
Yeah, my bad. That was a quirk of the
Turn order.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Here's a question. What do they look like?
Oh.
Are they young? Are they old? Are they good looking?
They're about the same age as you, as far as good looking. Well, if you account for this, if you enjoy the scars.
You've been toying with things you shouldn't be. Someone needs to be punished. And mind you, she still got her whip around his throat. So she trails a single nail along one of the scars on his face. Why do you want my companion here? Answer truthfully, or my yaksha will devour your men.
The Demon Master appears to be speaking in their language, which you can't understand, but it just sounds very angry.
I look over at my yaksha, at the first yaksha. Can you understand him?
He doesn't. The Yaksha doesn't speak it, but it sounds like they do. They put their hand up to their neck as if to imitate a chain around their neck, and do not approve of it.
So they don't like this guy, period.
Yaksha do not like being bound. they don't like being bound to you, but it is
Gotcha.
but because it's part of the agreement, they will honor said agreement.
Gotcha. I look at the first Yaksha again. I'll grant you your freedom if you can tell me what he's saying. On the bargain that my companions and I do not come to harm once you're free.
They're looking for It explains that that they appear to be looking for scholars, so that who could help them control demons to use as weapons against anyone they see fit.
All right, and mind you, that only goes for that one Yaksha demon. I'm not getting rid of all of them. I will release them one at a time, provided they curry favor.
Yeah, about that you can't.
Ah, shit. So it has to be all or nothing. Got it.
No, they can. No, they're stuck in the
Oh.
until they accumulate enough karma. They're stuck in that box.
Gotcha. All right.
What's in the box?
How do I help you
I'm
accumulate
the
that
Yaksha in the box. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. How do I help you accumulate the karma you need then? Good deeds, all that jazz.
More or less.
All right.
Well, they've already done one good deed.
Okay. I look back at my Yaksha, and I ask him to relay to this demon master that my scholar is off limits.
I raise an eyebrow. Your scholar?
This just got interesting.
They
Hey.
attempt to relay it, but the warriors and the demon masters aren't listening, and they seem intent on continuing on their attack.
Fine.
They're
Yeah.
almost fanatical.
All right, Yaksha, devour. I thrust the demon master away.
Throw him right at him.
All right, yeah, I throw the demon master into the group of Yaksha.
Yeah, and anyone with poor stomachs probably should look away, as you see nine people just eaten a lot, slashed and butchered essentially.
So hopefully
And-
this accumulates some karma, because this means we're protecting others from being kidnapped and taken against their will.
But
Note to self: definitely don't get on her bad side.
I thought you learned that already.
I think I got
Better
some
reinforce
blood on
the
my.
lesson.
Think I got some blood on my skirt.
But just for the sake of reference to see how much.
Do tell, Monk.
If it wasn't for that 7.
Yeah, otherwise that would have been a bunch of misses.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
and here's the thing. Oh, and one more for the these are supposed to be this is technically supposed to be open damage,
Oh shit.
which the difference between normal damage and open damage is normal damage you keep the highest when rolling for damage. Open damage, all the die potentially count. So any that get over hardiness count as 1 wound.
What?
So yeah, they are all wiped. And as soon as that's done, the Yakshas go right back in the box.
All right.
But those of you who have a background closer to the Banyan areas of the Empire, you should know that the Zun don't usually come this far out.
Is there any of us that would know that?
Of the people here, Shanghua would.
Those are the Zune. They don't usually come out this far.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are they doing out here? That's suspicious.
Celestial Plume must have really messed things up in terms of
No.
where their
no.
pecking order is.
No, they're looking for more. They're looking for scholars for more demons to tame. That's what my Yaksha told me.
They're planning something.
I'd rather
very
die
bad.
before to serve those assholes.
I don't blame you.
But eventually, you guys do arrive at Border Hill, which is, even though it's called a hill, it's closer to a small mountain. At the top of it, you do see what looks like a rock, as in ROC.
Ooh,
Big chicken!
big birdie, pretty birdie. I want to ride it.
Oh God! Don't you start the chocobos all over again.
Hey, I said I want to ride it, not eat it.
That's what she said.
Honey, Sideshow Bob, please.
Let me make sure my buttons working.
I'm sorry you opened the door for that one.
That's why she called for Sideshow Bob, like a rake.
No, she was calling you Sideshow Bob. I thought she was talking to me.
No, she's calling herself Sideshow Bob.
No, I was calling for the Sideshow Bob button.
Oh, okay.
Cause
You know, where he keeps stepping on the rake and smacking himself in the face.
Gotcha.
She walked into that. Moving on.
Great job, Shiva.
Yep.
Well, you know, I mean, considering what she does in her nightlife, she's used to mounting things.
Do I need to hit the button again?
No. I'd rather not be saddle sore from that one, thank you.
Well, at least it's not mounting you.
Fair. I don't think I'd survive.
On the other hand, when it comes to, now, first off, the idea of mounting a rock is not a good idea. It's a burb that's the size of a dragon.
I'm aware.
Oh my god, I can say something here.
That's not.
She takes it deep. Sorry! It's like a cavern. I can't stop myself.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That's what I get for playing a whore.
Yeah, moving on.
K is dough.
Yep. Moving right along, as you do approach the hill, one of the things you do notice is that there is There is a woman who appears to be short and wide and having almost toad-like skin who accosts you.
Professor Umbridge?
God.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Wielding a mace that looks like it's because this is a short woman, like 5 feet tall, short, but short and wide. As I mentioned, stocky essentially, and carrying around a big mace.
So what you're saying is she's 5 foot in all 3 axes.
Yes.
Doesn't that make her a ball?
Yes. Or a square.
But
She's a cube, you plebeians.
but
That's true. She is third
the
dimensional.
way that she moves and speaks to you as she points the mace, demanding a entrance fee to go into this territory. She sounds and I guess smells like a toad.
And who are you to be demanding such tribute?
I'm Li Liang. Master of the toad expulsion. And aside from that rock up there, this is my hill. And you will pay me my fee of 1,000 spades.
Like, fuck I will.
And I will get my spades in one form or another.
You're welcome to try. In fact, Yin Yao, or Heilu, I keep trying to say her family name. Why the fuck do I do that? Heilu snaps her whip and pulls the mace out of her hand.
Roll medium melee. Not medium melee, light melee, I believe it is for you.
No, it's medium.
Alright, a 7. And let me... Let's see if I can beat it.
Ouch.
Oh, you two are in a tie. So you tried to pull it, and because so both of you are going to be rolling athletics.
Physical.
Wow, 1 dice and she still beats it.
So you managed to pull it away, and but not pull it towards you. Simply have it drop right in the middle of the dirt.
Alright, well, Yin
So-
Yao then flicks her wrist and sends the whip towards her face.
All right, roll melee again. You do manage to hit her in the face, which only seems to piss her off. As you do that, you see that from parts of her skin, green mist starts to expel.
Oh, that's not good.
almost creating a greenish mist around her, and it stinks.
Ugh.
I'm gonna roll ritual to see if I know what this is.
Roll it.
9.
This isn't a ritual, but it is a kung fu technique. She's expelling toad venom in a gaseous form.
Back up, stay away.
Don't have to
Shug
tell
wa-
me twice. I don't want to be anywhere near that stink.
Yeah, well,
Shug
it's
wa-
venomous.
face.
Color me surprised.
Alright, question. She is by herself, yes?
Yeah.
No one else around.
There's wolves. There's a temple on the other side of the hill.
Well, she said
Which
she
isn't
was, she said she was the leader of a group.
She said that she's claiming domain over Boulder Hill.
Anyway. Sorry, hold on. What's going on?
Frontier came to our house, and they wouldn't back off.
Sounds like real life is interrupting.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Solicitors.
Now,
No worries.
okay, I know she said she was claiming Dominion, but she said she was the head of a group. Or is it just a one-person group?
She said she's a master of a particular martial art, but she never implied any sort of group mastery.
Ah, gotcha.
Can I roll Institutions Underworld to see if I recognize her, what group she's a part of?
No more what technique she's using. It'd be more about what, like, if we know who she is at all.
Yeah.
That'd probably be an investigation roll.
Yep.
Let me see, where's investigation?
Or detect, I'm sorry.
Detect? Okay, that'd be 1 for me.
You know what, I'm gonna roll it too.
Oh!
I got a 6. I got a 6.
Yeah, there's no organization with that name. It sounds like something she probably made up herself.
This is just some kooky
All
old
right.
bitch who just thinks she wanted to own this place.
Bitch, I've never heard of you. And if you want to go poison a la poison, we'll dance. Yin Yao gingerly dips each tip of her whip into one of the vials of her Zenbird poison. And then she's gonna flick her wrist again to catch the bitch.
All right.
8.
And that hits.
Damage?
Yeah, roll damage for 1.
I can't because my I can't get to the macro at the moment. Crap. What was the die for damage?
If you open up the sheet, you should see damage chain whip under attributes and abilities.
There. Yep, there it is. I got it.
Damn!
Okay, that's 2 wounds because of that profound success, and actually but that's not but then the fun part comes in. Roll 4d10.
7 for a total of 25.
Yeah, that manages to get past hardiness, and as she's about to grab her mace and start fighting, you see her start to appear nauseous, and then losing lunch.
Yinyo just rolls up her whip, takes a hanky, wipes off each tip of her cat o' nine, and then holsters it back. She is watching this wretch writhe with absolute no emotion.
This is getting more and more disgusting by the minute.
You continue on, I'll make sure she's dead.
Which
I look at the other two gentlemen. What do you want to do?
well,
Personally, I want to enjoy the show.
I just shake my head and say, "Oh God, there's no dealing with some people."
which you, as she's writhing, you guys don't notice it, but suddenly there seems to be a shadow above you,
Oh no.
and
Yeah, here comes the rock.
yep, and in a moment of kill confirming, the rock ends up dive bombing right on Li Liang, and plop. And
Poison didn't get Poison wasn't gonna kill her. That certainly did the job.
and getting a bit of a look at the rockets at the rock itself. The one thing that you can see is the fact that, yeah, any thought of riding this thing immediately went out the window as soon as you saw it, because it has the features akin to like a golden eagle, just very very big, like as big as a decently sized 2-floor house.
Okay.
No, it's the size of a family house. That is how big this thing is.
That's a big boy.
And it's looking right at it. It is looking right at you. But
All right.
it leans down and is staring at Yinyo, and
Hello.
yeah, is, and when I say staring at you, it's getting close enough to be uncomfortable.
I tilt my chin up and relax my posture so that way I'm not threatening in any way. And I'm also showing just a slight bit of submission by showing my neck to him.
Yep. Roll persuade.
Alright. 4. Huh.
Can I roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, I'll help out with that because persuasion is my game. Especially
Alrighty.
since there's that charm to it.
Mm-hmm.
She got a 9.
Did this be counted as mastery?
I'll allow it.
Nine.
All right. Given that, your show of humility, I suppose, is at the very least enough to have it back off.
And as it retreats, I get down to my knees and I bow.
I follow suit.
and as that is done, it seems to fly off and heads to the top of the hill.
I think it would be wise for us to not further disturb him.
I
I
agree.
don't think it would end well for us.
Mhm. But on the plus side, I'll get into this later. But technically speaking, Li Liang had a higher key ranking than you all.
You just owned her ass.
Wow.
Good job, dear.
Holy shit.
As far as how high ranking, 6.
Whoa!
What?
That poison! That fucking poison! If it wasn't for that, would have been fucked.
Just keep in mind, 6 is the upper limit before you go into Profound Masters.
Yeah.
But fortunately, there is a little bit off to the side, on the territorial border is the town of Gaokun. If you guys want to head there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mhm. Gaokun is largely a trading post. It's in the same region, and its main export is wine and whatever goods are traded between merchants that come across it, because being close to the hill and all that.
Excellent. Perhaps I can find some wine.
Mm-hmm.
I dare say we all need a shot after that.
I'm going to take a long soak to get that stink off.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes, I need a bath.
But you do hear. One of the things that you do notice is that you do sense a lot of people with ki. Essentially, a lot of martial heroes seem to be passing through this area quite a bit, along with a fair amount of beggars.
While we're in town, I'm going to start penning a report to Lady 87 about Miss Li Liang and her supposed claim over Boulder Hill. And that should she need an inn, that might be a good area to look into for expansion.
Mm-hmm. Which it doesn't take long to send out that particular letter.
I also make sure to warn her about the rock. And that we seem to pass its muster.
But as you go about this sort of thing, you especially notice that a lot of the martial heroes seem to gravitate towards the shallows of the Swallow's Rest Inn.
I'll go check it out, the Shangwa.
Mm-hmm.
I enter the inn. And I approach the innkeeper. Hello, I am a master flute player. May I entertain your guests this evening?
You can, but don't be surprised if some of them get a little bit rowdy.
Oh, I'm used to it. Thank you.
But you do notice that one in particular had someone who seems to be dressed akin to a nun is going through um a lot of buns and a lot of noodles. Basically, she's eating in a way that could feed an army.
I sit down and begin to play my flute for the inn while keeping an eye on her.
Mm-hmm. But
Hailu is going to see if she can find the nearest brothel. Although I'm surprised Yao isn't joining.
I don't go
Zhengua.
every time, but if she offers, I'm happy to join.
Or no, Zhenghua at the inn.
Yeah, Jianghua, would you like some backup?
Of course, I always welcome such a thing.
Then I'll be happy to help you entertain.
mm-hmm. uh, which fortunately the entertainment you do provide ends up quelling one of the fights that was about to start. Because one of them interrupted and said nope, said no fighting during performances. Like no fighting in the war room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But as far as heading to as far as heading to the brothel, you do you do find one that ends up being nearby what appears to be a winemaking shop.
I'll definitely have to sample that.
Though the shop, though when it comes to said brothel, it's by comparison small. When it comes to this kind of town, it's small. On one hand, they don't get a lot of customers. On the other hand, the customers that they do get pay a lot of money.
Okay.
So it evens out.
All right. I approach the madam, and noting the size, I assure her I'm not here to take money away from you or your girls. I'm just here looking for information if you'll allow it.
Which she doesn't have much, but she does bring up that Ouyang, the man who runs the wine shop nearby, apparently also makes weapons and is very, very good at it.
Oh. Like any sort of weapons?
If any kind, as long as he thinks that
Worth
his
his
skills
time.
are. He is very good. Anything that involves him making something, he is very good at it. But he is also very full of himself. If he doesn't think somebody is using it for a good enough cause, he won't make or sell anything for them.
All right. That's interesting to know. Though I doubt I have anything on hand that he could use to make me a new whip with. Or even enough to cover the cost.
You never know. You win him over enough, he may demand to work for you for free.
Fair enough. All right. Have you girls been treated well for the most part, madam?
Yes.
Okay. Because if you had any problem patrons, by all means, let me know.
Mhm.
And I'll make sure they never look at your girls cross-eyed again.
That is appreciated.
Alright. I'm going to slip... let's see. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna slip 100 spades into her hand, seeing as how I promised I wasn't going to take any work from her or her girls. For the information. Are there any rumors that you've heard recently?
Not a whole lot. A whole lot, though. Though there seems to be some tension between the 87 killers and the nature-loving monks.
Helu tries not to chortle because she is very well aware of this.
Uh, it most the the monks are look at the deal that the chief has with the 87 killers as stepping in their territory. Then again, they're beggars. They consider everything under heaven their territory.
Mm-hmm. And what is this deal that the chief has with the 87 killers? Protection, I'm assuming?
Information.
Ah. Understood. I thank you again, madam, and I'm going to saunter on over to the winery.
Mm-hmm. Might be. Is anyone going with you? Might be best to have some backup.
I don't know. I don't think Xiaowei joined Helu for this.
No, I'm just going to the bar and the usual hangouts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy, so.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yao and Zhenghua are both busy, so.
Mm-hmm. So you do approach the place.
Technically, though, she's not alone. She's got 12 friends with her.
15, actually.
Well, given that, would you plan on approaching the Sorry, I got my head having like 2 or 3 different plot lines at once.
It's all good.
Heading into the place, you can see that he's got a lot of wine in these large vessels. But the way he seems to move he seems to have more of the build of a smith rather than someone who runs a winery.
Yeah, rather than a winemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like he's got too much muscle to be just a winemaker.
Tell me, good man, do you squeeze the grapes by hand? Because with that amount of muscle, damn.
I'm flattered, but wine is just how I pay the bills. My true passion is making weapons.
So I've heard. I pull out my chain whip. It's not much, but I am hoping to get an upgrade from a worthy smith.
And what would you be using this for?
She casts a look over towards the brothel. Protection of the most downtrodden of us all.
Are you doing this alone?
I do travel with others, but in this instance, my crusade is my own. They do not join me for that.
It may be your own, but you'll end up bringing them along with you. In fact, I would say you already have. You carry the scent of a Avenger.
Halu asks if she can take a seat with him, and she proceeds to be as forthcoming as possible about her past, how she was pretty much kidnapped from her family slaughtered, and then sold into the sex trade.
I
It was
see.
only by chance that she was able to escape.
I see.
And then she took up the mantle. She took on this quest because of the fact that her former lover was mistaken for a prostitute and raped and brutally murdered because of it. So yes, if anything, I am an Avenger.
So long as that cause does not blind you, then I think I would consider it sufficient. Let me see that chain.
She hands the whip over to him.
Tell if any of your tell your companions to meet me, and I will see to them.
She offers him a gracious bow. I will do that. And with that, Halu's going to head towards the inn for a drink. And she'll nudge Jiawei. Head down to the winery, and the master there will take a look at your swords. He's a smith. He only does the wine making to pay the bills, but he'll take care of us.
Raise my eyebrow at that one, but nod my head and head over there.
And once Jiawei and Yao are done, she offers them the same information. She is getting pissed on the wine from the winery, and she is enjoying it very much.
Oh. One sec. What's
Yeah.
Kay's character's name again? Yenyu?
Halu. Halu.
Halu, thank you. She looks at Halu. By the way, that nun over there is eating enough food for an army.
Halu's going to take a look in the nun's direction and use detect to see if she can figure out what sex she's from.
None shall out eat her.
What was that, Monk?
She's all right. In that case, roll it.
Can I roll?
Yeah.
Alright, I got a 7.
Yeah.
Detect to see if we can figure out what sect the nun is from.
Okay, I'm out. I don't have anything for that.
She is from. You've never seen it before, but you've heard it described. But the robes that she's wearing is the robes of the Temple of the Nine Suns. So she is a properly ordained nun.
Damn, she's packing it away faster than I do.
But
I am gonna take my chances and not approach her.
you also note that she has a higher key. You can't tell what the exact difference is, but she's got higher key than you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chance that one. And Halo's just going to stay at the bar and get sloshed on the wine.
Xianghua heads to the winery.
Which means I'll probably be right behind them.
Yeah, there's also. But as you take care of that, and as you end up getting your stuff replaced, stat wise, it just means 1d10 added on to attack and damage.
Alright, so that's gonna be 2d10 now.
Where's attack?
See the attack roll on under weapons.
Oh, okay. So it's 3d10 instead of 2d10 for me. Done.
And as you guys are taking care of this, it's been enough days that I think it's time for me to shake up the sect war.
Should we go to break first?
This won't take long.
Uh-oh.
All right, this means that oh, during some of the downtime, you end up getting word that one of Lady 87's magistrates was killed.
Oh, shit.
And as far as who is who's claiming credit, that would be the Plume Masters, which means one, Lady 87's not happy, and two, she is looking to is planning on making inroads to some of the other sects to deal with this problem, because as far as she's concerned, this whole celestial plume thing is starting to get out of hand.
Yep.
And what you've been asked to do as Lady 47 is approach some of the other sects on her behalf.
Oh, Sister 47, you mean?
Yeah, Sister 47, sorry.
Alright then. Which sects am I going to be approaching?
It was not specified. This is basically a figure it out kind of thing.
Alright, well, is the nun from the Golden Sun still here?
She's gone, and when it's referring to the other sects, it's the ones that are on the map, and that one isn't.
Gotcha.
Well, we're right near the Phoenix Moon Gang, so you can always try talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, can we do that after break?
Yeah, we will. That is where we're going to go to break, because that's the natural break to go into.
Alright, folks, you heard it here first. Get your drinks, get your snacks, time to use the little boys or girls room. We will see you in 10.
we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
As we get right back on things, going a bit further. As mentioned, the last correspondence you got was to see if the other sex would be willing to make a temporary alliance to deal with the whole celestial plume problem, because, well, as much money as the drug seems to be making on certain markets, it's causing problems. And now that her magistrates are getting killed, that's essentially creating more problems, and she's trying to deal with this somewhat diplomatically before things start to get ugly. She isn't exactly bloodthirsty. So, but it sounds like you guys were going to try and head to the Phoenix Moon Gang to try and appeal to them first.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. So, since you're heading eastward, roll survival.
Okay, on it.
Yeah, because my roll botched.
All right.
Mine didn't.
Yep. Let's see, you guys are taking this on foot. So let me roll 2d10. Okay. So you do end up encountering something along the way. Okay, good news is it's not any ambush.
Bad news.
Everybody heard it's about the bird?
Banhammer!
No.
It's a couple of tigers.
Kitty!
Tigers that you just happen to wander onto their territory.
Look at the size of those beans. I want to take one home.
Hey, if you can
Their
tame
pelts would be valuable.
No, their beans would be valuable. I like them all. As intact. Big kitties.
Hey, if you think you can tame it.
I probably still have some of that bird meat. I'm going to throw it at one of them and see if they'll take it. See if we can convince the kitties to leave us alone.
I'm down with that.
Well, roll persuade.
I'm gonna help on that.
As will I.
Same.
Yahoo!
I figured that you'd probably be the one to do it.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I have mastery in persuade or not.
Doesn't matter, because you do manage to get them to. You give them some of the meat, and they're more concerned with fighting over it. And off in the distance, I can see some wolf boy eating popcorn, watching.
Damn furries, they're everywhere.
And he's got a
in
little
my actions
tabbit sitting on his shoulder, reaching down into the bowl every so often.
Mhm.
Oh, God damn it. No, as an actor, I've worked with a couple of troops that worked with animals. I've learned how to deal with them. Sometimes all you have to do is just give them something to distract them.
Xianghua looks at Heilu. Can you believe this guy?
Unfortunately.
I look longingly back at the kitties, thinking, "Oh, I want to take one home with me."
They're fighting over that meat. You want to get involved in that?
Nope, but I still am wishing.
But anyways, as you heading into the hex that you're in, there's two options: the Flying Dragon Fortress or or Wu Zhen. Which do you guys want to go into?
I'm gonna head into
Do we
Wu
know where
Zhen
they're-
first. Get information. At least that's what I think.
If we have an idea of what we could offer them, then maybe it would be easier for us.
It's best to understand what we're dealing with instead of just charging in.
But Wuzhen is a decently sized place. About 15,000 people, and it is a very, very orderly city. It's actually probably the nicest run city that you guys have come across up to this point. Uh,
Well, everybody knows
There's-
where I'm headed.
Yeah. The one thing that you do know is that there's a lot of alchemic societies in this place.
I catch up to Halo, or not I, Xianghua catches up to Halo. About that offer about helping me pick out a poison.
Heilu nods.
Before you go off to find the madam, may I make good on that?
I don't see why not.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm trying to inhale my popcorn.
Though, while there's some attempt with the alchemical societies, a lot of them are very hesitant to towards any talk of poison.
Can I roll persuade?
You can?
Do I have mastery? I don't remember.
No.
Okay. I'll roll persuade.
And not enough.
I'm gonna help.
Help?
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Yeah, the main takeaway here is that things are kept. The magistrate has a lot of leeway. Then again, the magistrate is Guan Shisu of the Guan family. I think that.
Alright. You know what? Heilu is going to ask where she can find Wan Shisu.
Probably at the prefectural office.
Alright. So I'm going to head down to the prefectural office and ask to meet with him.
When you head to the office and make the attempt, at first it doesn't work until you announce yourself as Sister 47. Mhm.
Tell Magistrate Guan that Sister 47 is here to see him.
which you are let in at that point.
Alright. Seeing as how he is part of the Guan family, I immediately pay respects upon seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
Polite bow, all that jazz. Majestic Guan.
47.
My companions and I need a slight favor, if it's possible, sir.
Well, I will never get in the way of official business. But no favor is offered for free.
Of course. One of my companions is just looking for some additional assurance to put on her fan. If you can catch my drift.
That's it. You're approaching me just for the sake of getting some poison. There's got to be more than that.
Aside from looking for leads on the Phoenix Moon Gang, because that's where I'm headed next. On Lady 87's orders, of course. Other than that, but none of the apothecaries are willing to sell her poison. So, I was just wondering if you had any idea of where we could find some that might not be as withholding.
I wish I could tell you more when it comes to the Phoenix Moon Gang. I'm sure if I was able to do that, that would curry favor with Lady 87. Unfortunately, their particular base is not found. They only seem to they show up whenever they feel like attacking certain caravans and then disappear. Doubly so if any caravan happens to have certain treasures from across the Empire.
That will work nicely.
But the funny thing is, nobody dies. They get robbed blind, but nobody dies.
All they want is the goods, understood. So they're bandits with morals, I see.
I would say more like priorities than morals.
Why leave witnesses? Nonetheless, is there anything we can do to help you, Magistrate, while we're here?
What I can, I'm in a very tough. He points at one of the nearby inns and it says, I'm in a tough spot. You see that inn over there?
Yes, sir.
You see the people in green?
Yes.
They answer to the Emperor. I have to maintain a very strict policy around here. If I don't, they may have enough of an excuse to think that I'm not being properly loyal. And he further points to that a few of them move in a odd but familiar behavior, saying, and those monks, they have their own particular muscle. Which is a fancy way of saying that those monks have a few Yao on hand. And you haven't fought them, but you've had at least one run-in with Yao to know that they are bad news.
Yeah.
it trying to get a fight with them. If any of you did get into a fight with a Yao, you would lose, and there's at least 6 of them that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. As far as we're concerned, we never met. Do you understand?
Understood, sir.
And I'm not bringing this up to do some sort of boast, but to illustrate that my hands are tied with very, very tight knots around here.
Oh, I understand completely. We do not want to be on the Emperor's bad side.
I have a lot of leeway, but but it has its limits.
Understood. If that is all, I will show myself out.
Haven't. Best of luck to your particular mission.
That's appreciated, Magistrate. I hope things pan out well with the envoys of the Emperor. And as she's leaving the magistrate's office, so out of character, are they now in regards to those folks in the green robe? Can they be swayed by offers of the pleasures of the flesh?
No.
Okay, figured as much.
And you
Always
definitely
resorting to the same tactics with you, huh?
You definitely can't do that with the Yao because, well,
They're eunuchs.
yeah, they're not equipped. Well, they're not eunuchs. They're liches.
Yeah.
What about music?
Because I'm trying to figure out how I can get in close to get a strand of hair from all 3.
Anytime you try and get close to them, there's this feeling of dread that's around them.
I'm gonna roll ritual. See if I can recognize the feeling for what it is. 9.
You can't tell what is going on with them, but there's some very powerful magic around them.
Mm-hmm. Thought as much. Alright, okay. I'm going
I have an idea. Sorry.
No. I was gonna approach the innkeeper and offer to be an attendant to them for getting them ready and all that jazz. This way I have reason to be playing with their hair.
You do see one of them take off their hood, and well, the problem is it's hard to get hair when they're bald.
They have eyebrows, don't they?
That's off too.
Shit.
Cue balls!
Chest hair? Armpit hair? Pubes?
You're not getting them out of their robes for out in public like this. And 2, the moment you get close, one of the Yao looks right at you.
No. I was trying to find a way to be with them in private. Like attending to them like as they're dressing down or getting dressed.
No such luck, because
Damn.
again, the moment you get close, the Yao are staring right at you.
Can I roll to try to win them over with my flute?
You can, but you're gonna need to get a 10.
Fuck!
And that is not a 10.
Good roll, but not good enough.
Good effort, have some steak.
Steak sounds good.
Monkey, you need to be careful saying that around Kay.
I know.
But
Ah, shit.
Why is Kay vegetarian?
no.
No, she's a steak fanatic, and mentioning it around her makes her want it.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly the opposite.
Oh, well.
She kills people for it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
what? I was, well, in my defense, it's not, if I didn't come up with the meme.
know you didn't. All right. Any suggestions on how to deal with these three?
Well, the only one who hasn't tried is
Oh,
Li
I was actually
Zhao.
asking. I was actually asking the monk.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
Might be best to deal with them by not dealing with them and just leaving them alone.
Ah. Gotcha. All right. Then I'm definitely heading for I'm heading for the brothel.
Which the main info you end up getting is that the Phoenix Moon Gang tends to attack caravans that pass by.
Okay.
But there's not a whole lot new info that you're getting here, especially since they don't want to do. And this is one case where you're not going to be working for them because they don't want to do anything that arouses suspicion because they're skirting the line as is.
Uh-huh. Also, damn you, Neff.
What? I just want to go to the great steak of Texas.
Panhammer.
No, he sent me an image titled "The United Steaks of America," and it's 48 out of the 50 cut from beautifully marbled steak.
Neff, do you want to die?
I am hungry.
Neff is now the king of dad jokes.
I want steak.
See, I only did the gag once. That's a little something called class.
I'm too old to have class.
I was teaching my son about this last night, about how you don't overdo a joke until you ruin it. You gotta
No. He's hitting the craving where it hurts, is what it is.
Yeah, that's only making it worse.
For you.
Yeah, which means I'm gonna kill you just as much as she will.
You know, Case infected me because I was just thinking about prime rib. Look, I'm afflicted too. I'm afflicted.
Anyhow, I do have an idea that I pitched to the party.
Okay.
We put out word that we're going to be transporting some rare goods to try to draw these guys out.
We have to do this carefully. If they may get offended that we tricked them like this.
I'll make sure we make it worth their while.
Well, you do have one valuable treasure.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that. Those are mine. Nonetheless, I Damn, I should have talked to the magistrate about relics while I was in with him. Because I doubt he's gonna see me again.
I doubt that he would have been able to lend you any.
Shit. Would have been good to have that forgery on hand, wouldn't it?
No, that probably would have pissed them off if once they realized it was a fake.
We could have always played the, God damn it.
Ignorance.
Thank you. We could have always feigned ignorance. Alright. This is what we'll do. We're gonna put out that it's not quite a caravan. There is a woman in purple that is traveling, or purple with white hair, so that way they don't mistake the Purple Cavern sect for this. Traveling with a priceless box said to hold the spirits of 15 warriors.
Right.
And that she will be traveling towards Flying Dragon Fortress within a fortnight.
All right. Are you guys gonna rent a caravan to, not a caravan, but a cart to help with the illusion?
Yes.
All right. It fortunately doesn't take long to do that.
And Halu is going to be playing the meek and shy type during this. If only to lull them into a false sense of security. So, once she's sure word's gotten out of town about this, she tells the party, alright, we need to start getting ready to travel out to Flying Dragon Fortress. Anticipate that we will be raided on the way down.
All right.
All right then. After a bit of time, you do head out towards the fortress, and right on cue,
We make friends.
yeah, but they don't look like normal bandits. The people that are accosting you seem to look like women in emerald robes with crescent moon blades of colors of black, red, and green.
Can I roll institutions?
This wouldn't be applicable.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to roll detect to see if I recognize if they are from the Phoenix Moon gang or not.
Mhm.
I'll roll 2.
8.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice!
But they're definitely the article, and one of the main things that you all know, that you kind of make note of, is that with how flashy they are, they remind everyone, they remind the rest of you more of Lang Yao more than anything else.
Friends of yours, Yao?
I was just thinking cousins.
Former lovers, maybe?
All of the above.
I don't get around that much. Give me some credit.
That you're aware of?
I actually have a good memory, thank you.
Anyway, Halo's going to be looking for the apparent leader of the group.
The leader doesn't appear. They all appear in the same outfit, and
Who's standing a little taller than everyone else is the question.
there's no standouts in that sense.
So it's just a regular, it's just a small group.
Mhm.
All right.
But there's about 4 of them.
Okay.
And hang on, let me take the tigers off since we're not using them.
I assume you're here for my box.
We are. Give us the box, and no one gets hurt.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but the box and I are a package deal. They only listen to me.
They?
They. However, am I correct to assume that you are of the Phoenix Moon Gang?
You are correct to assume that.
I am Sister 47 of Lady 87's killers.
What is an agent of Lady 87 doing all the way out here?
Coming to seek an alliance to put an end to the Celestial Plume.
Lady 87 sees Celestial Plume as more of a threat than us.
That she does.
We will take you to Phoenix Moon Manor. If you so much as lay a harm on any of our sisters, then you'll be the one shredded to pieces through the power of the Phoenix Blades.
Halu, in a show of good faith, removes her whip from her hip and tosses it at their feet. I'm unarmed.
The rest
And
of us all take off my spear and do the same.
An unarmed person in the realm of rivers and lakes can still be just as dangerous as armed.
Alright then.
Consider this merely a show of respect. We don't wish to harm them. We're here for an alliance. We don't backstab.
That we do.
Very, very well. Come with us.
Alright. We offer them a seat on the cart and ask them to direct.
They do, which they do. And that leads you a bit further southwest than you had planned, right here.
Okay.
And deep within the cave appears to be a what you would think would be a hideout, but actually looks like a ancient castle, one that's probably been around for at least several centuries.
Halu softly whistles under her breath at the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive digs.
And going into the castle, the main thing you notice is that they have collected a lot of treasures. Some of them going back to ancient dynasties.
Okay.
Uh,
Off chance, would we see the sword amongst those treasures?
no.
Okay. Damn. Worth a shot.
I mean, there are other very valuable swords, but that isn't one of them.
Would I recognize any of these by reputation?
A few of them here or there, but you don't have enough time to actually study them because you're still being watched. And the one thing that you do realize is every single member of the gang that you've come across, whether it be guards, whether it be passerby, they're all beautiful women. Like the kind that would be in either a high class area in an imperial palace, or the kind of brothels that you need to pay 4 or 5
Premium.
figures to get in.
Damn.
And eventually you are brought to the main chamber, where you see a woman who is dressing in robes made from metallic white and gold thread, and has a lot of phoenix motif in her appearance.
Okay. Once they are present, Halu gives a genteel bow of acknowledgement. And waits to be addressed.
So you're the one who's going around calling herself Sister 47.
I am Sister 47. As mandated by Lady 87.
I guess the previous one must have died.
That's the only thing I can figure.
Did you kill her?
I did not.
Sister your predecessor was a very boorish woman. Always wanting to be indulged.
Lovely.
I suppose it's an improvement that the new 47 has the air of a ghost-touched witch.
I know that wasn't a compliment, but I will take it as such.
Let me be clear. I have no love for the Guam family, or for this 87, or for any of the other killers within that family, and especially not anyone who follows the path that you do. However, if you're willing to come to me completely unarmed and not start a fight, I will forgive your little deception with baiting out my sisters.
Well, on the one hand, it wasn't necessarily a deception. I do have a priceless box that contains 15 yaksha. But they only answer to me.
That will make you quite a threat if anyone of significant power finds out about that.
That being said, and I explain the terms that I'm trying to help them raise their karma to release them.
Most will not see it as such.
I understand that, but that is my goal. My purpose has always been to help the downtrodden and those who are normally deemed unworthy.
At the very so with our preamble established, Now let me ask you the obvious question. Why would you go so far out of the way to come into my territory with such sufficient amount of bait?
I
You
explained
wouldn't be doing this just for a passing fancy, and I want to know why.
I explained that I have been tasked by Lady 47 to start gathering allies, so that she can make some headway on stamping out the celestial plume trade, and that the drug is causing more issues than can possibly be handled.
You know the nature of business, so you should know full well that if I'm to enter any sort of alliance, it has to benefit me.
Of course. I will need passage back, at least to Flying Dragon Fortress, so that way I can send a missive out to Lady 87 with and updates that I have contacted you and we are asking what the 87 killers can offer in recompense for this alliance.
I already know what she would offer. Just the honor of being able to live in her presence. Let me be clear. I'm willing to enter a partnership, but I will be by no means subservient to any member of the Guam family. However, I'm willing to do a favor for a favor.
I'm taking
Are you
notes.
familiar?
I'm taking notes during this, and Halu nods.
Are you willing to? Are you aware of the Longma Escort Company?
Would I know of this escort company?
Yeah, because they were the ones who were escorting that shipment of celestial plume when we started this.
I nod in assent that yes, I do recognize them.
Good. They have been interfering with us and sullying the good name of banditry. And while we're certainly not the only ones who have issues with them,
That you wouldn't be. We've crossed blades with them ourselves.
And this is what I slowly speak up. Ying Lao, madam. I can assure you, if they are your issue, then our interests actually align.
And Halu proceeds to explain how they are one of the biggest traffickers of celestial plume in the Fanshu prefecture.
I see. If you are willing to aid in helping deal with them, then and in the process disrupt the trade, then I'm willing to at least give my word to the Guam family. What I would request is the head of either King Archer or Raging Bear.
Head of King Archer or Raging Bear?
The two chiefs of Longma Hall.
All right.
But your key is nowhere near high enough to take either of them out. You are going to need help. And she immediately points at Leng Yao. Says, I will give you aid on the condition that that man swears fealty to my gang.
Ooh. That is a very difficult decision to make.
If it is not so bold of me to ask, may I ask why? Aside from, of course, gaining an underling that was with Lady 87's killers.
There are traits that make him compatible.
You must see something I don't then.
You just see him give her a look of like, really? You're gonna do this now?
She smirks so that way he knows she's teasing.
Madam, while I will not entirely oppose to this proposition, I must at least confer before I make any decisions on this. Not only would it be going against Lady 87, this may very well be going against my very Sifu. I dare not oppose her after all she's done for me. But if they are amenable, then I will be happy to be of service to you.
I will give you 3 days. You will make your decision then.
All right.
Well,
Out of character, my jaw just dropped.
So, with all due respect, we are going to make our way over to Flying Dragon Fortress. So that way I might send my missives out. She looks over at Yao. I will figure out other means to get in touch with your Sifu, as I'm sure she's quite well out of range.
I'm pretty sure that if you inform Lady 87, she will be able to pass along the message.
Yeah, well, we've only got 3 days.
That's fair.
If it is by your leave.
Go.
As they exit the cavern, Halu holds out her hand expectantly for her whip.
One of the other sisters hands the whip to you as well as your weapons, with a understanding that use this on anyone and you're not getting out of here alive.
I'm pretty sure we have no intent to do that right now.
Nope. So, back to Flying Dragon Fortress. And
So
go ahead.
let me roll for since you are going along the path. Oh, okay, a 10. You do come across a few merchants and end up hearing a few
Rumors. Another 10.
Well, damn, monk. Remember what I said? Remember what I said about favoritism of the dice gods earlier?
Yeah, you're still wrong.
I don't think so. 3 crits.
No, 3 10s.
Well, whatever. 3 10s. What?
There you go, there's a 15.
There we go.
Oh. You do hear a rumor that there are certain treasures in the Crown of Gushan. But as far as what that actually means, you don't know.
And Goshong is a little too far to the north for us right now.
Hmm. But heading into the fortress, before the fortress, well, it is a full-on fortress. One that's actually headed by the local army. Uh, in fact, it's not led by a magistrate; it's led by a general.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, its biggest export is its famous Flying Dragon wine. There's a lot of entertainers, along with things like government courtesans, musicians, and the like. A lot of Kus traders from Nakwon are present, bringing goods like coffee and grape wine. Um, the But before you can even get there, uh, you end up having to go up to the gate and provide a degree of ID, which involves a lot of interrogation and the like. Not violent interrogation, but just why are you coming in here, with that whole thing. Everybody's seen the whole good cop bad cop routine. You know how this goes.
Yep.
But I want each of you to roll just one straight up D10.
5.
3.
Okay, fortunately, at least on those cases, nobody's going through any lengthier interrogation.
All right.
I have to enter it manually, or
You can just roll skill 1. That's what I did.
okay. Really?
Oh no!
Oh, everyone but Xianghua, who ends up going through a lengthy interrogation because they think you're they think you're somebody else. Nothing that results in you getting full on detained. Just a lengthy amount of questions that just go nowhere.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, Neff.
Wait.
I said I got an 8.
Oh,
Mhm.
I missed your roll. I apologize. Okay.
Mhm.
So, but otherwise, we all gain entry.
Yeah. And for a fortress, the place looks a lot more lively than one might think.
Okay. Well, my first order of business is to head to the post office and to have a falcon sent off with my missive.
Right.
With the same wonderful curse on it that only Lady 87 is to open it. And I even put on top of the scroll for Lady 87's eyes only.
Which that is completely doable. And eventually you do hear back with the wording simply being make every step necessary to ensure that the partnership works. No price is too great.
Alright, Lady 87 gives her blessing on your front, gal.
Now I just have to wait for the word back from
Well, for that, Helu is going to do something a little mystical. Because if memory serves me right, Yao is from. Where's he from again?
I'm from this, like, in terms of, like, what group I work, what sect?
Yeah.
I'm in the Silken Robe Society.
And where are they normally based?
I don't think they're listed on the map. I think they're just... I think they're part of the 87 Killers territory. Of course, Monk could confirm or deny that.
Oh, say again.
Silken Robe Society, where are they normally based at?
Outside of this particular region of the Empire.
Thought as much. So, Halu is gonna roll her eyes. Alright, you need to come with me.
Normally, I would be excited at the prospect, but I get the feeling this won't be such a casual call.
I'm going to serve as a conduit for you to speak with your Sifu. So, long story short, she's gonna do some sort of mystical poobah shit, and her eyes are going to cloud over while she's staring at Yao, and a spectral version of him is going to appear before his Sifu that he can see. So I'm gonna roll religion for that. 7.
All right, you do manage to pull it off.
Okay. Hurry and speak. I can't hold this long.
Monsieur Jibun, Yubi Jun, it is good to see you again. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Due to the increase of celestial plume, Lady 87 has asked me to make an alliance with the Phoenix Spoon Gang. However, one of the conditions is that I join said Phoenix Spoon Gang. And while Lady 87 has given her blessings, I dare not go against you to do so. I would like to ask if you would offer your blessings to join them for the sake of this alliance.
I will allow it, but once the threat is gone, your fealty ends there.
I understand. I will do my best to honor you and Lady 87 in this endeavor. Thank you for your blessings.
All right, and as Halu's hold on the magic wavers, you see the image of him flicker out before it disappears completely. And she collapses on the floor in front of Yao, coughing.
I immediately go to her side and, as respectful as I can, help her and comfort her and give her whatever she needs to recover.
Her teeth are chattering at this point because she called on one of the ghosts, and long story short, was actually possessed by said ghost to do that. And what she's not going to admit is that took a couple years off her life. So, boon and curse. Gotta love it.
Not knowing the full extent of this, obviously, I would be like, it doesn't take an expert in your craft to realize that was a bad sacrifice you just made for me. For that, I thank you.
As Lady 87 commanded, no price is too great. Go ahead and leave, I'll be fine.
At least allow me to lay you down so you may rest. You obviously need to recover.
fine.
It would be behooved of me not to at least help you. We have that time at least.
All right.
I will not allow a lady to suffer.
That
alone.
being said, Yao, I need you and Jinghua to head back to the Purple Moon, the Phoenix Moon Cavern, with your answer.
I
And
understand, and I will deliver.
tell her I will be there in person in 3 days. That I am currently ill, as the excuse.
Very well. Rest well. With that, I leave.
Alright, so Halu's gonna be out of commission for 3 days because of that.
Yep.
And
And
while she's sitting in bed,
Mhm.
she's penning the formal agreement.
Mm-hmm. But fortunately, there's plenty of stuff to keep people occupied for 3 days. Uh, and also, you do hear rumors that Jin Zai, the general that runs the place, is looking to recruit strong martial artists for the defense of the city. Which is cute and all, but I get the feeling you guys won't be taking that offer.
No.
We've
No.
got other priorities.
Mhm.
So, is there an inn in this fort, or?
Well, actually, I sent you along with Yao back to the Phoenix Moon Cavern.
Oh, I didn't know if I was there, if he had to find me or not.
Oh.
You were in another room. I just walked right over to you and just basically said,
Bitch, we gotta go.
No.
Bitch.
yeah, Jiawei, make sure you look after Halu. She's going to need help recovering. Zhanghua, you're with me. We need to return back to the Phoenix Moon Cavern.
Of course.
Halu hears Yao say that through the wall. She starts muttering, "That son of a bitch, he didn't have to go into that much detail."
I didn't specify. I just said she needs to recover.
Yeah, well, she didn't want them knowing that she was that she had fallen ill, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm too much of a gentleman to leave you unattended when you're feeling sick. That's just how I am. I may be a hedonist, but I'm also still a gentleman at the end of the day. So, deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. But you do eventually you do get back in and they allow Yao in. They allow Leng Yao in, but Zhanghua is told to stay at the entrance.
I obey.
And
It's all right. I think I'll be fine on my own here. I just needed an escort safely back to the cabin.
Very well.
As you are led in, you're led into to the same area you went in previous, and at that point she approaches and simply says, "Have you made your decision?"
That I have. I have spoken with Lady 87 and my Sifu, and they have given their blessings. As of now, for now, Miss 47 will be returning with a formal agreement, but as far as I'm concerned, I am at your service. and I politely bow.
Very, very well. While your kung fu is certainly exceptional, if you're to be going after the targets that you've been assigned, you're going to need a lot of training and a lot of cultivation.
That I am aware. I know that my skills have a lot to improve upon, and I am happy to accept any training that will make me better for both you and my future leaders. Though I must warn, per my Sifu, this agreement is temporary. As soon as all this is dealt with, my fealty to you will end.
A contract, then. I am understanding of that. Your Sifu must demand quite a bit of loyalty to give you that leeway. Who trained you?
I was trained by Miss Yu Bijun herself.
I suppose that's why you've earned the nickname of Dancing Phoenix, according to my sisters.
You've learned me well, madam.
But regardless, come with me. She does lead you into the place, because the thing about Phoenix Moon Cavern is due to some elements of the cave they're in, the place looks like a manor house or a villa in perpetual night. But there's an unusual mold within the caves that enables various fruits to be grown, which is how you can, as you go through the manor, you see that there's full-on fruit gardens in certain parts of the manor. Even full-on peach trees.
I think inwardly, that explains how they've been able to stay so secretive. It's impressive.
But you're brought into a section of the garden and simply asked to have a bit of tea. Basically saying your dragon is strong, but your phoenix needs developing.
My balance has always been my biggest flaw. Very well. Now, offhand, I'm gonna go ahead and roll medicine, even though I suck at it, just to see if if there's anything out of that immediately jumps at me as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. It just looks like tea to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just looks like tea.
You know, there's one thing that I'm really kind of sus about all this with, considering it's a sect of women.
That's why I'm not dumb enough to think that they wouldn't try something. Even if I don't know, just like I'm thinking,
I had to be on drugs. I don't know
what these ladies are gonna do to me. I'm not dumb enough to think that I can get away with it. Well, even if there is something, I don't really have much choice in the back of my mind. And I go ahead and start sipping down.
Well, as you do, and then I'm going through a lot of breathing practices. This is something that is going to be expedited through a bit through the good old training montage, and that is where we're going to cut it off for this particular affair.
Please insert your Eye of the Tiger now.
Or at least a Chinese equivalent of.
So
Be a man.
So
I approve.
but we'll be back at this in about a week's time, and there will be a bit of catching up to do once that comes. So please look forward to it. I know it's ending a little bit early, but this is a natural break, so that's where it's the most appropriate to end it at.
Mm-hmm.
But so again, sincere thanks to everyone who took the time to come along and enjoy the madness that happens here. But until then, on behalf of the good brothers present and not present, my name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.